On January 15, 2009, a normal flight from New York turned into one of the most unforgettable moments in aviation history. U.S. Airways Flight 1549 was carrying 155 people, including passengers and crew members. Everyone on board expected a routine journey. Some passengers were looking out of the windows, some were talking with their families, and others were simply relaxing. The aircraft had just taken off from LaGuardia Airport in New York City. Everything seemed normal, but only a few minutes after takeoff, something unexpected happened. While the plane was climbing through the sky, it suddenly flew into a large flock of birds. The birds struck both engines of the aircraft. Within seconds, the situation changed completely. The powerful engines that were keeping the aircraft in the air suddenly lost power. Inside the cockpit, warning alarms started ringing. Captain Chesley Sullenberger and his co-pilot immediately realized they were facing a serious emergency. The aircraft was losing altitude, and there was very little time to make a decision. The pilots checked their options. They thought about returning to the airport, but they quickly realized that the plane might not have enough power to make it back safely. Below them was New York City, filled with buildings, roads, and thousands of people. Inside the cabin, passengers began to feel that something was wrong. The peaceful flight had suddenly turned into a frightening situation. Some people looked at each other in fear. Some held their loved ones' hands. Others quietly prayed for their safety. But inside the cockpit, Captain Sullenberger remained calm. He knew that panic would not save anyone. He depended on his years of experience, training, and quick thinking. Every second mattered. He had 155 lives depending on his next decision. The aircraft continued moving through the sky without engine power. The pilot searched for the safest possible place to land. Then, he saw something that could become their only chance of survival: the Hudson River. It was a risky decision. A plane landing on water was extremely dangerous and had almost no room for error. But Captain Sullenberger knew there were no other choices. With incredible skill and courage, he turned the powerless aircraft toward the river. The world had no idea that a few minutes later, a moment of history was about to happen. A decision made in the sky would determine whether everyone on board would survive.